Exxon had just done its first ever layoff in 1986. They had the practice of continuing to hire people even though they didn't need them. One of those people, lucky enough. I started my career as a reservoir engineer with Exxon a long time ago, 1987. And Exxon had just done its first ever layoff in 1986. Fortunately, they had the practice of continuing to hire people even though they didn't need them.
And you were one of those people?
I was one of those people, lucky enough. So I started with Exxon in Midland, did some time in Houston, went to work for a company in Dallas called Merit Energy, which is now one of the larger private E&P companies in the country. And then made a shift from Merit to the financial world, doing sell-side research.
Very interesting.
Always thought I wanted to be an investment banker.
Yeah.
And back then, sell-side research analysts got to do some investment banking along the way before Spitzer messed that up. So I did financial world stuff and research, hedge funds, really up until about 2014, and came back into the industry in management of a company that was on a track to go public. That was right ahead of the 14-15 crash and bankruptcy cycle. So long story, helped that company get through bankruptcy, came back later to help run it and sell it, and then started looking for something new to do, and had done a little help for some guys who were trying to do flare gas mining, which we'll talk more about for Bitcoin with flare gas. And it was just a consulting role, but I got to learn a little bit more about Bitcoin. Started going to meetups and conferences and just kind of absorbing as much as I could. And the community is great that way.
Yes.
I mean, it's really an open bunch of folks.
It really is
phenomenal.
Like a family reunion every event.
And oil and gas has always been a little bit, contrast that to pure tech, right? Where you have to have an NDA signed to have a cup of coffee with somebody. Oil and gas has always been more open, kind of because the competition's there, but it's harder to compete.
Yeah.
You
can't just go and do it if you don't have any skills.
There's competition for acreage and acquisitions, but people are also, open about talking about what they do, and more so in oil and gas than regular tech. And Bitcoin's kind of more oil and gas atmosphere that way.
Sure.
Common cause and
pioneering.
Everyone's solving the same kind of problems.
Yeah.
And there's not much that's proprietary out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody's boat goes up when Bitcoin goes up. And so camaraderie and sharing of. And
there's a little bit, there is competition in the sense that we're all competing in the same giant network for hash rate, right? But it's your competition that you're talking to is so small. It's kind of, you'll get more out of collaborating with people than not.
Hey, it's Amy. Click over here to subscribe, click over here for more content, and we'll see you next time.